Vehicles are indeed getting larger every year. Cars have come a long way from the flimsy buggies they were a century and a half ago. There are a few reasons this beginning is happening. We have larger families, have more need to carry larger loads, and do more carpooling to save on emissions, not to mention the fact people themselves are getting larger as well. Here are five of the largest vehicles ever built. Number 1, 1973 Chrysler Imperial LeBaron. Before SUVs ruled the roads as the ultimate family haulers, sedans and wagons were king. It might have seemed car companies were competing to build the biggest car possible in the 1970s, and they were. Chrysler prided itself on offering the largest car possible, with many ads and promotional material claiming its vehicle were a few inches longer and wider for each new model year. It never got any bigger than the 1973 Imperial LeBaron, though, with a length of 235.3 inches. The 1972 model year car was also huge, but bumper regulations introduced in 73 prompted Chrysler to push the chrome out a few extra inches, solidifying it as the longest sedan ever produced. Number 2, 2021 Chevrolet Suburban. The Chevy Suburban boasts the longest running nameplate in the automotive world. Coincidentally, it also boasts one of the longest chassis. The length of the truck has only increased, never decreased, since the truck started production in 1935. The latest 12th generation Chevrolet Suburban measures a stout 225.7 inches bumper to bumper. Number 3, 2020 Ford Super Duty LWB Crew Cab. The truck segment is probably the one you'd most expect would see to grow as time goes on. Plus, Super Duty trucks are also used as tow trucks, which means they have to carry around other vehicles, which have also increased in size. The biggest truck right now is Ford's Super Duty long wheelbase crew cab. With a length of 266.2 inches, the Super Duty is also the longest vehicle built that isn't a limousine. There is no point in having a truck without a nice box, and it's in that department the Super Duty does best. Aluminum construction means the Ford's bed can take larger loads than others, with a capacity of 6,210 pounds. Towing capacity is rated at 35,750 pounds. Number 4, Pontiac Firebird. In 1974, Ford decided to downsize the Mustang to fall in line with the fuel crisis and the incoming onslaught of compact Japanese vehicles that were giving domestic vehicles a real run for their money. Competitor Pontiac decided it wasn't going to do that, however, and kept the Firebird relatively unchanged until it entered its third generation, when it made it even bigger. When the fourth generation Firebird came along, even more length was added, enough to earn it the title of largest sports car at 197 inches, that is 5 meters. The wheelbase was just 101.1 inches, which means almost 50% of the overall length was in the front and rear overhangs. Despite the wild proportions, the vehicle weighed 3,284 pounds in LS1 trim, not bad for an American sports car. Number 5, Youabian Puma. What we can say about the youabian Puma? The truth is, it has left us quite speechless ever since it debuted at the Los Angeles Auto Show in 2013. The vehicle reportedly started life as an unsuspecting Volvo C70 convertible before fiberglass and aluminum panels were grafted onto the outside to create the unique look. The vehicle, which we are counting as a production car since that was its maker's intent, even though that's admittedly a questionable call, is 242 inches long, 93 inches wide, 72 inches tall, and has a 163.5 inches wheelbase. To move it around, it's got a 7-liter Corvette V8 that produces 505 horsepower.